Hello everybody, it's me, Varia the ViridianGhost. I hope you're all having a good Friday today. My Friday's been alright, so I've been a bit slow to start, but that's not really unusual for me, let's be honest. But yeah, so turns out I finished that Selkie piece a bit early, so that's good news for me at least. Yeah, initially I meant to when I initially sketched it, I kind of meant for it to, be drawn over a couple of streams, but yeah, I think I realized while streaming that piece that maybe I don't want to go that risky with my art, at least not on Twitch. Being a little bit risky with your art in general, not so much of an issue, but yes, while on Twitch I don't really want to, maybe I don't necessarily want to risk the ban, so yeah, I think the funny thing for me, or something I kind of noticed, is that I got I think maybe 20 minutes before I was setting up my stream, I apparently got a front page badge or something, so I'm not really sure what that was about, but I got kind of scared that my piece would, the one stream where I decided to take a risk, that would end up on the front page, and then I would get in trouble because a bunch of people see it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I never got on the front page or anything. But yeah, that would have been wild. I know there was a drama about a VTuber doing a certain type of fetish with who got on the front page carousel. And I guess I was a little bit scared that there would be a bunch of YouTube videos with me and just seal fucker gets on front page. But yeah, I don't think anything like that happened. I had the usual amount of viewers, so yeah, so not any particular risk, but I think that put me a little bit more on edge. But God, could you imagine if I oops, okay. Oh yeah, I just switched the page. Sorry, I gotta set up the playlist because I had my background music playing. But could you imagine if I randomly had 1,000 to 2,000 new viewers? Me with no human mods or anything. Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. But anyways, this is the piece that I decided to go with for today's stream, so I'm gonna keep it relatively simple, but yeah, something tells me we're going to have a Merman again this year, unless I work on it throughout the weekend. But yeah, so I also could have drawn Varia again, but yeah, I think I need a little break from Varia, because since I'm going to be updating a lot of my assets and whatnot for streaming, yeah, I got a feeling that I'm going to drive myself crazy with Varia, let's be honest. That and trying to get back into Blender. Yeah, I feel like I need a break from myself, But yeah, this is a OC that I created probably during my little hiatus from streaming. So his name is just Latte. He's a Latte slime boy. But I randomly decided to make him a merman, so yeah. I don't do a lot of slime boys, but fun fact, I do like slime boys, so yeah. So I'm at least drawing one of my OCs, just not one of the actual merman OCs. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to try and work on the final sketch today, and hopefully maybe we can reach the point where I color it in, but I don't know how far I'm actually going to get. I'm still planning on just the regular 3 hours today, so maybe sometime around June I can start pushing for 4 hours again, because my goal is to get back to the 4-hour streams. I just didn't want to push myself too hard, because yeah, I was kind of burning out right before the hiatus came. But yeah, admittedly, part of that is just I'm not always the most, I have a hard time just yapping for 4 hours straight, because I don't have the most exciting life. Also, I'm going to turn down the background music just a touch. Yeah, I was a bit loud on the YouTube side, so I just wanted to take care of that. Anyways. But yeah, hopefully you guys like seeing my sketching. I guess doing this, I kind of just remembered how fast I actually got that Selkie done last Tuesday. I mean, not like done, period, but yeah, I got it as far as the point where I started doing a little bit of blending before a stream. Because I was just still in the sketching phase before I actually did the stream. But yeah, I think the stress of maybe it wasn't like 20 minutes, but like 2 hours, so I couldn't really do anything else for the 2 hours before my stream. Plus, I already announced the art that I was going to work on, so yeah, that's why I was a little bit stressed out. Anyways, let's just go ahead and keep doing this. So I did kind of block out some of the darker shadowed areas. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably not the most accurate or anything, but yeah, I should probably have more shadow. I think maybe around here, or like around the back area here. Of course, this dude's like slightly transparent, so yeah, I gotta keep that factor in mind. But usually I add a lot more of those details in the actual rendering stage, where I start to really like blend and bring out the colors and stuff. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of being delicate with my lining, so I know when I get to the face area, I'm gonna have a bit more of a struggle going on there, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's like I already don't have a ton of stuff to talk about. It's I think I just mostly it's just either having the stress of doing my IRL job or working on the Selkie. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I do plan on posting the actual art piece after stream of the Selkie. I mean, depending on how far I go with this current piece, I could always post another work in progress there, but it might not hurt to just like leave the 1 hour alert to be as my final whip for that's my final Friday whip. I don't really plan these things out too much, so it's yeah, I'm just kind of rambling to myself right now. But yeah, this last night I was kind of rushing to at least get something, so this is a pretty spontaneous piece, at least from this perspective of last night. I kind of mostly just did the pose last night, like sort of a gesture, maybe a bit of a rough sketch, and then yeah, most of the work was done this morning, so I was a little bit everywhere, or I was a little all over the place this morning, so as I said, I had a little bit of a slow start. Then I been listening to some music, because I like to just hang out and listen to music sometimes. Yeah, I did find a new song to obsessively listen to, but yeah, I know I need to force myself to not play it on repeat. Sorry if you hear that. Okay, you probably couldn't hear that. Just was messing with something. Not gonna tell you what I was doing. Okay. But yeah, it's another infected mushroom song, so I think some of their songs that have vocals in them, those are the ones I think I tend to obsess over lately. I used to find more music that I could obsess over a lot more, but yeah, because of the AI stuff, I just kind of I've been really wary. Plus, I've mostly been drawn towards the infected mushroom stuff because a lot of the stuff is like hasn't really, or it tends to feel pretty unique. So, of course, the song I've been listening to a lot does seem to, or does sound very mid 2000s. So, like, it definitely reminded me of like a lot of the music from that time, very dubstep-y. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but made me think of Skrillex a little bit. I used to be kind of big into Skrillex stuff, like around that period of time, like a decade ago. So I don't really listen to his stuff anymore. It's not really any deep reason or anything, but I just my taste changed and style of music he does changed. Like, sometimes I listen to an old Skrillex track every once in a while, just partially for nostalgia. Honestly, I think the one Skrillex track I still click with is Kill Everybody. Which I know the name is quite edgy, but yeah, the drop to that song, I still really like it. Kind of impactful and everything. But yeah. I think that was kind of one of my earlier interactions with EDM music. Just kind of got in through Skrillex. I think a lot of people might have done that because he was fairly mainstream, but I know that a lot of pop music from back then tended to have a heavier use of EDM because I think that was just kind of the trend back then. Also, for those who don't know, the reason why his tail's kind of dripping is he's supposed to be like a coffee slime. Yeah, coffee slime boy. So he's still technically made of coffee, but I gave him a merman tail. Honestly, this is pretty feasible in like the main canon of a story, because technically he could just like change his form. He doesn't really do that a lot. He kind of just like sadly lays as a puddle a lot of the time. Kind of keeps to himself. Honestly, that sounds like a lot of my characters. Yeah, admittedly, with that Selkie boy, I kind of realized he looked just like another OC of mine, so I was like, oh, they're starting to look a little too similar. Whoopsie-daisy. So yeah, I might need to, if I draw the Selkie again, I'm going to have to make a few adjustments, maybe. Honestly, I feel like maybe making him a bit taller looking might help. He looks just like my OC Yalamore, so that I had Yalamore for a couple of years now, but yeah, Yala is not a Selkie at all. So, but I had the same idea of you know, bright blue eyes and then bright red hair. So yeah, kind of to make them both stand out. But yeah, I'm trying to... The thing is that I feel like their personalities would be really different in the way they present themselves. Yeah, Yalamore is a more serious type of character than the Selkie guy. I don't have a name for him, admittedly, but he's a bit more bratty. Hot-tempered, you know. Okay. So I'm going to focus on this cup a little bit, just so it looks vaguely, at least kind of like a cup. Also, I need to start working on this coffee. I keep forgetting. I don't want it to go cold. Yeah, it's starting to go cold already. Okay, great. This always happens, damn it. It always happens. Also, I kind of know that the proportions and anatomy here isn't the best. I just, this is like a really unusual angle for me, so, you know, maybe I could have used a reference before I actually got into streaming, but, you know, we're here. We're already here, damn it, it's already too late. Sorry, I'm just trying to have some the goop go down. Okay. I'm gonna make the end a little bit bigger, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's oh my god. 2 people got nuked. Just let me check real quick to see if it's actually spam. Yeah, I might have gotten hit with the spam. Okay, yeah, spam bot. Yeah, my phone's still... I can't even, like, look at the other guy's message, damn. Well, I guess that happened. But yeah, it probably was just spam, so... I tend to get a little bit worried if it's, like, the right... Because sometimes those, like, automods do kind of make a mistake. You know, I've been auto-modded quite a few times on Dami streams before, so... Hasn't happened in a while, but yeah. It's like, oh, you're using too many emotes. Oh, yeah, too many words, sure. It's like, and it delete all my messages that I posted before, too, so it's like, So yeah, that's why I get a little bit worried. Like, you stupid machines. But yeah, it's probably just probably a more accurate. Especially if it's Seribot getting them. Seribot's usually pretty good. Yeah, I'm usually a little bit more worried if it's Stream Elements getting the bots, because sometimes Stream Elements hits the wrong people, so yeah. Yeah, and the one that used to nuke me a bunch of times was, I think it was Streamlabs, so it's like, damn you, Streamlabs. Okay, but yeah. Also, so, for those who've seen my, other art piece of Latte, he's definitely, I'm simplifying his clothes a lot here, just cause. I mean, he already has, like, that big tail, so, yeah. Probably not a lot of logic to it, but oh well. Logic? What logic? I don't know any logic. Nope. Okay. So, just filling in some of these dark areas. I kind of like to fill in my ambient occlusion as part of the line art, just because I think it makes my life a little bit easier. Okay. So let's get getting the chest here. Getting the booba, you know, the good stuff. No. Okay. Yeah, and I'm graduating. I'm graduating now. Nope, I'm just kidding. Yep, okay. So anyways, just trying to fill this in. So, yeah, technically this would be the course set that he kind of has. Okay, remember to drink the coffee. Sorry, I'm just trying to kind of bring it up the back here. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure it looks semi-decent. Yeah, Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try not stick on this piece too long because I think the foundation might not be the strongest. Oh well. Hopefully people still like it. Okay. Yeah, just trying to handle these slime boy clothes is definitely a bit different. Okay. Also, I think I might be doing an art trade with someone this July, so there's that. Because I mentioned before that I just don't really feel like joining Art Fight this year, so yeah, I might be doing one or two art trades just as an alternative, I guess. The reason why I'm not joining is just I mostly don't really feel like it, to be honest. Like, part of me does, is probably going to miss it a little bit, but, yeah, I just don't want to deal with the stress between the affiliate, or like my first affiliate anniversary, and then, you know, of course, Heart Fight, because I usually get in a little too deep on my end. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, I'm gonna try and get the collarbone right here. And, yeah. Kind of wish my stream chat didn't have those little pop-up windows on the top, because I see them like flash by and change, and I keep thinking that there's like I got it like a message or something. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Anyways, let's work on our dude's face here. So yeah, as I said before, the face is going to be the bane of my existence. First, I'm working on the chin, but okay. Or I should say the jawline. I'm not really doing all that much with the chin, but yeah. I'm actually going to lower the opacity quite a bit more, and then just gonna... And hopefully this helps me see my artwork more easily. So... Oh my god. Sorry, I was working on the wrong layer right there. Working on the sketch layer. Or the previous sketch layer. But yeah, for those who don't know, I'm working on the final sketch right now, so... After this, I'm gonna start getting the base and the colors down. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember to make the chin a bit more rounded just because of the angle of the face. Yeah, so the way his face is, it's supposed to be drawn like a downwards angle, but technically his face is kind of moving up because he's sort of in a weird position. Also, ads are coming in about 5 minutes, just a fair warning. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stick around, but I'm also probably gonna struggle a bunch with this. Yeah. Like, it feels like his eyes are kind of in a weird place. So right now I'm taking out the liquify tool and I'm just gonna go to the previous sketch layer again. I'm gonna move this eye down. I'm actually gonna round it out a bit more. Kind of want to round out the other eye a bit more too. Yeah, hopefully this works out. Also gonna back to the other layer. Just gonna work on the nose just a smidge more. Okay, yeah, marking out the bottom of the nose. And the nostril a little bit. Okay. So yeah. I think part of me wants his eyes to be a little bit rounder here, just I guess his eyes aren't necessarily that different, but they do look a little bit rounder than my usual OC, I guess. Also, I'm gonna open up another older piece just to see if I can get better colors. I don't know. I don't think I made a proper reference sheet for this dude, honestly. Because a proper reference sheet would have the base colors. So I'm just looking around. Okay, I need to scroll upwards, sorry. Okay, scroll that down to the L's. You know, I probably could have just pressed a button, use the actual search bar. And back up. Actually, huh. Wait, maybe I do need to go back up. ViridianGhost is bad at the ABCs, basically. Like, of course I know my ABCs, but obviously not that well. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I thought maybe this could act as a better look for my colors, but I'm not sure. But yeah, here's my my coffee boy crying because everyone wants to drink him. Like, I post him in one of my Discord groups and everyone's like, slurp, slurp, slurp. It's like, stop, you perverts. But yeah, so of course it's probably on me that my mind went to the gutter before anyone else's. They were probably just thinking he was like, coffee themed boy and stuff. Like, stop tricking my coffee boy, you perverts. Okay. Like, no, I was not like that. What the hell are you talking about? Okay. Anyways, just adding more of the eye right here. Actually, let's flip it over. Okay. Kind of a bit closer to the original orientation. Gotta have the or like the water line here. I think it's called the water line. Sort of like the very edge of the eye. Yeah, I usually prefer to have that in my art. Gonna actually fill in the iris so it pops out a bit more. Yeah, hopefully I'm doing okay with my angles here. Gonna reflip it. I'm thinking I should probably mark out some of the edges a bit more, just because as you know, it's the unusual angle kind of makes it a bit harder. Yeah. I feel like I've done various unusual angles, but I don't think I actually did that too much. To be fair, I do need to draw more actual poses. Yeah, for that Planet Ronica fan art and for my Planet Ronica art and fan art, and then for that commission I did earlier this month, I feel like the poses might have been or I accidentally made the poses really similar, which was not intentional at all. So yeah, I feel like I should probably think that stuff through a bit more. Okay, but yeah, I'm still kind of fighting with the eyes a little bit. Probably just not as droopy as I usually make them. Okay. But yeah, let's alter them a bit more, so they might come out a little bit blurry looking. But yeah, I think with the weird angle, I think other people aren't really gonna notice too much of an issue either. That sentence did not connect at all. Even if they're a bit blurry looking, I'm gonna actually like work on them more when I do the rendering, so yeah, I don't know what that was about. My brain is a scrambled mess. Okay, but yeah, so let me get the top lip right here and the bottom lip, which will look a bit thicker because perspective, I think, maybe. Okay, so let's fix the angle here. And yeah, I don't hate how it's looking right now, actually. So I'm gonna mark out the edge of the cheek and the chin, like basically the cheekbones, I think. Okay, and next I think I should work on the ear, but I need to work on this coffee before I do that. Everyone's stuck in the ad break anyway, or everyone's stuck in ad hell, so I think I should be good to go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll mark out where the ears should probably go. I think it should be a little bit higher up, because usually the top of the ear should align with the bottom of the nose. I think that's how it usually goes, but of course my character here has the pointy ears, so they're usually a bit longer. At least the point should be a bit longer. But yeah, okay. So let's get the top of the ear here. And we can do the bottom here. Oops. Okay, didn't really like the top of that shape. Also, welcome back, everybody. I hope the ads weren't too bad. Yeah, I'm just still grinding along, so I moved on to the ear now. Yeah, I think I got the general face situation figured out at least. But yeah, I'm just kind of putting out the ear, and I'll probably work on the hair pretty soon, hopefully, maybe. Hold on. I'm actually gonna put down the forehead, so. Try to now. Just figure out the head a little bit more, I should say. Actually, I'm gonna shrink the cranium. I don't think it really matters because the hair is gonna cover up everything, but yeah, sometimes it's just good to have that in mind, I think. Okay, sorry, my butt is getting a little bit sore because sorry, now I need to stretch too. Yeah, funny thing, I actually was moving around quite a bit earlier today, but guess who still needs to stretch? Yeah. Okay, I think next I'll work on my arch nemesis right here. So, hands. Hands! I hate the hands. Okay. So, probably not going to get too complicated with the hands just because not really important or anything. Okay. So I'm just kind of marking out the middle finger and the ring finger. I tend to clump those two together just to simplify things. But yeah, this the sketch is very rough, so I kind of just slapped a hand sketch together. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna polish out the tips of the fingers here. That looked pretty rough, so I backtrack on that. Okay, so let's get that thumb done. Going to figure out where it should come from. So I flip things around a lot. Oh, sorry. Got just Stream Elements posting his thing. Yeah, a bit quiet right now, so I'm just not really. Just keeping my eye out. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, just trying to... holding my hand back just to see if it looks okay. I mean, it's alright. Should probably, just adding that shadow so it kind of looks more like it's a little bit flatter at the bottom. Yeah, and well, I don't think I probably shouldn't add the ambient occlusion under here. Sometimes I do that and then regret doing it because that's technically part of the background layer. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, but yeah, I'm adding a shadow here. And flipping it back. Sorry, I was just thinking, like, should I add eyelashes? But yeah, I should probably wait on that until a little bit later. Okay, technically he has another hand right here, but I'm going to wait on that and probably start working on work on the cup again. Since I've mostly been working on the face and stuff. Okay. So just trying to keep my hand mostly steady. Okay. Yeah, let's add these shadows. Yeah, the big shadow here. And I'm going to do this. Okay. Yeah, I want to also add this droplet in so people know he's a coffee slime boy, rather than just your average merman. Of course, you probably could tell by the tail and stuff. Okay. Not 100% happy with this. I'm just gonna have it take 2. Okay, okay. Alright. That looks a bit better. Maybe. Let's probably thin it out on the top here, so... Okay, I'm gonna finish this coffee off, and then I'll try to fix the top of the tail here. I always scroll on the ruler. It gets really annoying. But yeah, finally finished the coffee, so that last little bit was quite cold, but thankfully it wasn't too unbearable. Okay. Honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna use the handy dandy liquefy tool a little bit just to push it down a bit more. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to add in this detail right here. So kind of a little bit of coarse shadow maybe. I know it's pretty rough, but I have it loose to kind of look more like a... Because, you know, it's liquid. But yeah. Anyways, just trying to... Yeah, I'm trying to get the neck area here, so... Yeah, this collar is definitely a bit different from his, what he had before, but... I don't know, I thought it looked kind of interesting. Okay. Anyways, just trying to get the edge here. Yeah, I'm gonna start cross-hatching a little bit in some of these shadow areas. Because this is the final sketch, so I usually prefer to cross-hatch rather than a fill-in. But yeah. I'm also going to add another coarse shadow. Usually there's just one coarse shadow for an object, but yeah, as I said before, he's kind of liquidy, so I'm going to be a little bit more liberal with the coarse shadows. Yeah, it's less cross-hatching and more just being rough. Or just a rough fill. I don't know, it's somewhere in between probably. But yeah, I'm gonna get thicken this part here, because I imagine it would be a little bit darker thanks to the being pushed inwards. Okay, I'm gonna try and do the same thing here. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Actually, I should probably drag my water a bit closer to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit thirsty, but yeah, it's just part of the streaming experience. I think I might try and buy plants this Saturday, so... Yeah, because I need to put in my warm weather stuff now. Because it's just about June, you know? Not quite June yet, but yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I've definitely been overwhelmed this past month, so hopefully things settle down a bit more. Or at least can focus on art so properly. Yeah, I think that's the big thing for me. I just been really in the mood to draw, but just not being able to because I'm so busy. Honestly, I feel like I'm a lot faster than I was last year. Of course, it's because I changed my technique. Also, hello, dog lover Merboy. I hope your day is going all right. Here, let me just show you what I got so far. So, right now I am working on the final sketch. And then after this, hopefully I should be able to start filling in the base, or adding a base, then adding the colors and whatnot. But yeah. Anyways, how's your day going? A slime earth person? Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a bit weird, but you know, I thought it'd be kind of interesting, so... Yeah, this is supposed to be the slime boy that I drew, I think, during my little hiatus back in March, so... Haven't really drawn him since this, so I figured well, I needed to draw, like, basically all my OCs, but, yeah, I guess I kind of decided to just do him. But how's your day going, by the way? Have you been doing anything fun? But, yeah. And also admittedly, this piece was very spontaneous. Or, like, relatively spontaneous. I mean, I started it last night, probably, like, late into the night. And just kind of, like, managed to get the general sketch done before stream. Yeah, and of course I'm working on the final sketch now, so... So, what's not so wholesome about it? Just kind of probably the more pin-up-y pose, I guess. It's not really, going good. It's not like... It's not... I'm just kind of referencing my last art stream. I don't know if you were here or not, but... Yeah, when I was drawing that Selkie guy, who was, like, slightly naked. But, yeah, like, basically naked enough that I had to kind of cover up put a little seal in front of the crotch area. Honestly, it doesn't strike me as lewd or anything. It looks cute, yeah. I see. But yeah, I'm just talking about my Selkie, or just kind of referencing my Selkie from last stream, so... I plan on posting the final piece after stream later today, but decided to wait until then, just so I don't really cover up my stream ads and stuff, so yeah, I'll be able to see them later tonight. I guess admittedly I was thinking of having his like shirt be open too, but I just kind of decided against it just because it's this pose already is a little bit or like the pose is a bit complicated for me, so yeah. Yeah, maybe I should add some more textured lines. Also, sorry if I'm a bit quieter than usual. It's just trying to work on a sketch. It's kind of hard to do that while streaming, to be honest. So, art streaming is hard, and also thank you for the save. Slimies be cute, yeah. Yeah, I like slime boys. I just don't draw them very often. It's also just kind of fun to work with, like, all the fluid shapes and stuff. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking this again. Okay, it doesn't look like his shirt was supposed to have a line down it anyways, so... Okay. But do you have anything planned for the end of Merman, or not really, just kind of vibing? Yeah, admittedly, I was talking a bit earlier, but yeah, This piece was not planned at all. I kind of meant for my Selkie piece to kind of be on both art days today, or yeah, both art days this week, but as I said before, I kind of just I chickened out a little bit, so I just finished my Selkie off stream. I was like, no. Sorry, just felt something weird on my foot. I think I might be okay. Nope, bird's just vibing. I see. Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, so I feel like we might have a little bit of a Merjune again this year. Yeah, last year I was working on a more complicated painting. I never was able to finish it, but I did work a few streams with it. Or I did do a few streams with it on June, so. But yeah, eventually I had to kind of like pull away from it so I can do the art fight stuff. Because yeah, art fight kind of leaves me cooked and busy. Yeah, just kind of the main reason why I'm kind of like why I'm not joining it this year, just to not overwhelm myself again. Because I'm already been kind of overwhelmed this month, so yeah. I might cook myself a little bit this June too, because I'm trying to update a lot of stuff for my stream. I'm also kind of wondering if I should try to redo my starting stream, yeah, the starting stream page that I was planning on, because I'm just not really 100% sure my proportions for that. Yeah, I just feel like there's something a little bit off with my character there, but it wasn't that bad. It's just because I still like the composition. I'm just not really 100% on it, so. But I'll have to think about it. It's still a few days before June, so. Yeah, I might do some work on that after I finish this piece. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just not trying to. Maybe I'll add a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if we would have seen the cup from there or not. Okay, anyways, just gonna color in the bottom, or not color in, but at the bottom there. Okay. So good. Add a little bit of an edge there. Okay. Yeah, and I'll just going to go ahead, add this core shadow right here. And I'm gonna keep it relatively light, because the cup here is supposed to be a light color, I think. Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. I'll also probably start hashing in some well, maybe I'll add some, a little bit of a cast shadow here. Yeah, I usually mark out the shading, because, as you've probably seen before, I tend to merge all my layers together, so. Or like merge my final sketch to my color layer, and that way I'm able to just kind of like work on the rendering. Yeah, I used to keep everything super duper separated, but I think at some point last year I just kind of simplified things, and honestly that helped me quite a bit. Because I would kind of drive myself insane with all the details I would try to add. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just get the stuff here. Just trying to marking out the shadows here, basically, as you know. I'm pretty sure I just said that, so. Okay. Yeah, sorry if it's not the... I don't have a lot of exciting topics to say today. I just, the last 2 days were kind of just stressful from work, so I didn't really want to do anything else. I think I mentioned that I got the Castlevania games. Or not all of them, but I got the Advanced Collection off of Steam because it was on sale, so I might be playing Castlevania sometime in the future on stream. Might be a good idea for the Halloween stream. I know that's like ages away, but I mean, it's not like explicitly meant to be like a horror game or anything, so yeah, I might be able to manage that. Yeah, I tried to play a horror game last Halloween, and that did not turn out well at all, so yeah. For those who don't know, I tried to play Dredge last year and just, I got scared, so. Yeah, and if you guys were there for that horror game demo I tried to play, I only like was around for like 30 minutes, I think. Maybe not even 30 minutes, maybe like 20 minutes. Yeah, because I just got scared right away, and then switched to Peak. Which no one was able to see for like half of the gameplay, because I forgot to switch the game window with OBS. So yeah, that was a mess. Big ol' mess. Yeah, thankfully I noticed with I generally did things correctly with my last stream. However, I think my sound was way too quiet. Okay. So I'm just kind of observing things right now. I'm actually gonna do a little bit more with the end tail here. There. Yeah, just give it a bit more. Okay. Yeah, I just need to work on the hair, I think. Well, and the back arm, but yeah, I'm gonna deal with the hair first. So, trying to look at the reference. I think the scalp should generally be here. I'm not super worried about keeping the hair kind of accurate, just because, or the hairdo accurate, just because of how his, because he's just laying back and his hair's spilling everywhere, but I'm trying to keep the bangs like semi-accurate, I think. Or kind of looking like how it was. Right now, I'm just marking out this right here. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be flipping the canvas quite a bit. Yeah, so right now I'm probably going to try and make the hair... I'm going to attempt to make the hair kind of look both like a slime, but also at the same time also like hair. I don't know, maybe I can like go further with that idea once I'm in the rendering stage. So just kind of having the hair flow down here. Okay. So adding a little bit of a shadow here. Alright, alright. Okay. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of adding some texture there. So I think the hair that's kind of on the, that's kind of spooling out off the scalp, I'm gonna have that be a little bit more slime-like than the hair that's actually on the, or like the general hair around the scalp. I say it's kind of the goal right now. Yeah, so having that meat down there. So I have this around here. Okay. So we'll cut this here. I'll cut the scalp right here. Yeah, no, not like that. Sorry. Looked like it was coming from the neck, which is covered by that collar thing, so yeah, that would not have been don't think it would have looked proper. Okay. Anyways, mark out kind of the edge. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to make the hair actually look like a pool or puddle, I guess. Okay. Yeah, kind of rounded out the edges like this. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix the cushion real quick. I'll do that after I get this little bit done. Shoot, shoot. Yeah, I'll just be like a little mini break, I think. Because my butt is hurting. It's not really hurting, it's just uncomfortable. Just feeling a bit sore. Okay. Sorry, like I keep trying to go back to work. Okay, okay. Okay, I added a little bit of swirls just to still make it kind of hair-like. But yeah, I'm gonna save real quick, zoom out. Ugh, and then just, yeah, fix my thing. So let me stretch real quick. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm sitting on a brick or something. I'm just gonna move that one, like, yeah, so for those who don't know, I use a couple of blankets as for cushions, partly because I don't have anywhere to put those two blankets, but also you know, as cushions, because my chair is freaking old, so just a $50 chair from Staples. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is a little bit better. So I just kind of took that one throw blanket off, so yeah. All right, so we're getting pretty close to finishing here, so, you know, almost finished. Actually, I kind of want to add a little bit more detail right here. Yeah, basically a lot of me just trying to make the stuff a little bit more liquidy looking. Okay. Yeah, I think I drew this hand the wrong way. Yes, This is supposed to be the thumb side. And the pinky side. Yeah, it just kind of looks like I drew the thumb side away from him. God, I cannot speak. It's basically every stream, though. Okay. Yeah, I think this hand's going to be a bit harder than the other one. Okay, so just draw the thumb right here. Oh god, okay. I'm making a rough finger shape. Then a double clump for the middle fingers. And for the final finger, just the pinky finger. Gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, the thumb is kind of in a weird place, maybe. And it's not as terrible, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of some of these sketch lines. Since it's so far away, I probably can get away with a bit of a simplification. But yeah. Definitely not my best hand. Actually thin out this finger a little bit. Okay, so adding that there. We're almost there, at least with the base stuff. I think, maybe. I'm gonna do this on a separate way real quick. Yeah, I probably should have, yeah, this other arm is kind of a mess. Figured it would have been hidden, but yeah, looking at the angle, probably should not have been a... Basically, gotta sketch out the missing arm here. Ugh. Okay. Okay, zooming out. Might be okay. Gotta clean it up a lot more, though. Nope, that's actually probably okay. Okay. Merge down. And I kind of want a little bit of hair kind of sticking to the face. Okay. Okay, maybe not like that. Looks a bit off from a distance. Maybe just adding a smidge. Let's see. It might be okay. Have I drawn slimes before? Yeah, I've done a few slimes back in the day. I don't draw them a whole lot anymore, though. But yeah. Are you particular to slimes, or do you not really care that much? Just asking out of curiosity. What about Nagas? Yeah, I draw Nagas too sometimes, but I don't draw them enough. I actually drew one earlier this year. I can show you real quick. So Chrysaea. I have an OC that kind of like turns into a Naga during the full moon, I think. So like a weird noodle. But I like all kinds of mythical / monster beings. I see. Yeah, I do like a good variation too. I do tend to like the tar type of creatures though, so you know, the like a humanoid upper half and then the bottom half is like something else. But yeah, sometimes I have a little bit of like a shapeshifter, yeah, kind of like that. But he's kind of like forced to take this form during the full moon, so he was originally born just like a normal human, but yeah, he kind of like his backstory is that he kind of like took in the blood of from some sort of creature, and that kind of gave him like superpowers, but also you know, turns him into a new, as I said, makes him kind of a less human. There's also an older piece from maybe like 2 years ago. It's a lot more moderate or monstrous, but haven't really done much with it. Yeah, this. I'm not sure how I feel about it today, but it's kind of interesting to draw. So like Naga TF, basically. Yep. But yeah, this guy is kind of inspired by a mix between like Fallen from Dungeon Meshi and also one of the bosses from Final Fantasy XIV. Forgot what his name is, but like the first boss and the Shadowbringers deals, or yeah, first boss and Shadowbringers basically. Okay. But yeah, I just think though. Okay, never mind. Okay, I made that hand look worse. Okay. Sorry, I'm just fighting for my life here. Okay. You know what? Just I don't even know what I'm doing right here with the hand. Sorry, I just I have a really hard time with hands, so trying to make it look okay, but I think I'm failing at that, to be honest. Ugh. But yeah, that one OC I had, he was based on a character I had for a really long time, but I did kind of alter his story a bit. Because originally he was meant for like an RP group that was back on DA. Because I took part in like a lot of RP groups and DeviantArt back in the day. But yeah, not so much nowadays. Especially, I don't know if the RP scene is still even like alive on DeviantArt, because yeah, after Eclipse happened, that kind of killed a lot of the I think that killed a lot of the RP stuff, RP momentum, because people used to post their like RP art and like character profiles there. But after Eclipse, it kind of screwed up a lot of the group functions. So it'd be like this whole system. Do I know what TF is out of curiosity? Maybe. I kind of have a guess. It's just I think it's supposed to be transformation, correct? I don't know like a whole ton of it though. It's transformation. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about the kink stuff, but yeah. I think I heard it in the less kinky way. Is it okay to talk about it here? I mean, maybe a little bit. This is supposed to be 18 and up. I'm just not really. I don't know. Some days we're a little more sexual than others, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, I guess I'm doing like a slightly pin-up-y pose, so maybe it's a... Okay, yeah. I can't really, make hard rules or anything. I'll just say I like inanimate TF. I see. Fair enough. Oh, Ben, thank you for the stretch. Ooh. By the way, we're getting close to the time when I take my longer break, so... Yeah, I probably shouldn't make another cup of coffee right now. I need to... Part of me is like, I need to save my coffees, but, also, I just really need to drink a billion tons of coffee. Yeah, I think I'm, like, hitting the point where I generally might be tempted to kind of open up a Throne account and just, like, put coffee on there. I know it's not. Like, I feel a little, hesitant to open one, but, I don't know, just, like, see if anyone actually will, like, pay my, caffeine addiction. Coffee, yeah, coffee. I actually have a coffee emote, so it's stuck behind this subscription though. I think there's a redeem where you can like unlock a sub emote for free though, so of course it depends on which sub emote or. But yeah, I'm a big coffee drinker. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of sitting around at this point. Okay. Yeah, I think I should probably just move on to the putting down the base. So let's name this F sketch or final sketch. And then I will put down the base. Okay. I think Actually, I'll just use purple. I was just gonna make my base teal just because I had it on that color, but yeah, I think I'll just I like to have purple as kind of behind my yellow and browns. Actually, I think I just tend to lean towards purple, period, because I really like purple. Ooh, yep. I don't know, I might have a coffee after stream, but yeah. On stream, I also just kind of keep forgetting about my coffee and just having it go cold, so yeah, kind of ends up being a little bit wasteful. I still drink the cold coffee because I'm not going to throw it away, but yeah. Yeah, I actually want to enjoy my Tim Hortons coffee. That's the kind of coffee I get, by the way. But yeah, I know I'll definitely get water and try to do one other thing. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking that, oh, I should show you the other character. I think I already showed you the other character anyways, so I'll probably be jumping to that other piece a lot more once I eventually get his thing done. Not thing done, but yeah, when I get to the coloring stage, sorry. Like, my brain kind of blanked out hard right then. Art streams are hard. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm really not talking at all. It's just like kind of focusing in. Locked in, baby. Baby, locked in. Another type of monster boy creature I tend to like is vampires, but I don't think that's quite the same flavor, you know? I know that vampires are relatively normal, but I don't know, I think because they tend to be affiliated with like a lot of these like really elegant Victorian threads, I just kind of like end up really liking it anyways. Oh yeah, and I also really like Doulahan too. Doulahan, big sucker for Doulahan. But yeah. I've actually drawn a few pieces with Doulahan in them, but yeah, maybe I can like draw my... Well, I keep thinking like, oh, I should draw my character more, but I never really do that enough, to be honest. What about centaurs? Honestly not that big on centaurs. I feel like I might have tried drawing one once, but I think the big issue with centaurs for me is just trying to draw the lower half of the body, so... Also, I never hit my sketch, or my older sketch. I know I tried to get better at horses sometime in the past, but I don't know, I get so distracted all the time. I don't know, maybe one of these streams I should just, like, do one where I try to draw a bunch of horses, maybe. Yeah, I don't know about centaurs, but I do quite like to... I would like to draw my characters riding horses. Actually, now that I think about it, I did try to draw a Kelpie centaur back in the day. But yeah, as I said before, I really, really struggle with drawing the centaur part, so I never really get around to it. I could show you the drawing real quick, though. So yeah, this is my attempt, so... Yeah, it's quite difficult. Also, this was like the theoretical monster form of another OC of mine. He's actually from the same world as the Naga I showed you, but he technically never had the monster blood added into him. But yeah, I just really I came up with the concept of what it theoretically be like. It's cute, thank you. But yeah, it's technically pulling liquid iron out of his chest, so... I think there's supposed to be, like, kind of symbolic themes with some of the characters, so... It's more to do with, like, the powers, or the element their powers kind of take. Oh yeah, and I like harpies, too. But I don't always draw harpies. It's been a while since I've actually done a harpy. But I've done a good few back in the day. Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw my flamingo harpy. Yeah, I have a flamingo harpy, I have a swan harpy. But yeah. Sometimes just drawing weeks. I mean, drawing wings can be a little bit complicated. Honestly, though, it's not always that bad. I think I'm like used to it, or yeah, I'm used to it enough where it's not like a huge issue. Of course, I could probably do them a lot better, though. Yeah, now I'm thinking about a lot of alternative forms for Varia. But I don't... Yeah, I think trying to draw Varia over and over next month is going to drive me a little bit crazy. Because I don't know if I mentioned it before to you or not, but I'm trying to update a lot of stuff for my streams, including trying to get back to working on a new 3D model, because I started one a while back and just haven't touched it in a while. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of Varia. I also want to just make a drawing for a beach time Varia. I know that's a plan that I had for a little bit, just because I thought it'd be fun. I don't know, I'm not making him into a model or anything, because I can't really update that. Yeah, I can't really edit my current model at all, because... Yeah, what you see here is just the base body, but, yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to come up with alternative forms. I don't know, I was thinking of doing, like, some art game collabs with people. Wonder if I could do, like, a game that's based around, like, alternative forms of, like, monster boys/girls. Yeah, make everyone draw their characters as like merfolk, or make them draw them as harpies. I'm not sure if they'd be into it though. But of course, if it's during my streamiversary and I can get people to join in, I can just make them all draw their characters as like monster boys. Like it's my celebration stream, so you have to do what I say. No, probably not. Now murmify yourselves. Mwahahaha. I don't know, I feel like it'd probably be kind of a fun concept though. Okay. Also, a little over a minute until the ads hit, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more of this hair, and then I'm going to run off for a little bit, just to take care of my basic needs. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna run off now, so I'll be back soon, everybody. Just going to have some water and all that, all the good stuff. Okay, let's go to the BRB screen. Nope, that's the old one. Okay, but yeah, see ya. Okay, just so you guys know, the BRB might be a bit longer. It seemed like the dog really needed to go out, so yeah, I'm gonna take care of that real quick, and yeah, I'll be back soonish. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. That was quite a bit longer than I meant to. Yeah, it seemed like the dog really needed to go out, but I don't know, he's kind of a pain to let out, I'll be honest. He doesn't listen to me the best. Also, hello, Dami. Thank you for hanging out. I hope your day goes well. I'm just gonna continue my Merman right here. Scatter. Yep. What do you mean scatter? Scatter? Uh-oh. Also, I almost forgot that I have a bunch of blackberries that I got yesterday, so just gonna go ahead and snack on those throughout the rest of my stream. And I forgot to get my water, dang it. You know what, I'm just gonna wait to find the water. Yeah, I think I just left it in the kitchen, so... But yeah, I'll take like less than a minute to run out. I'm just gonna... I'll do that when I start coloring, though. I'll just rehydrate myself with my blackberries. But yeah, so I guess just a question to throw out there. Do you guys have like a favorite type of fruit, or not much of a fruitarian? I don't actually eat a whole lot of fruit most of the time, but yeah, I do. I think I like strawberries, cherries the best. I also like peaches too. But yeah, yesterday I got a couple of peaches because there seemed to be a sale going on. They're a bit different than the peaches that I bought last year, though. They're supposed to be southern peaches, so... Have I tried pears? Yeah, I had pears when I was like a little kid. They never really stuck out to me that much, though. And I think sometimes I eat pears in like those little fruit cups, but I actually haven't gotten fruit cups in a good while. I just eat donuts during lunch because the donuts are really cheap. But yeah, pears are okay. As I said before, they don't stick out to me, though. Are you particular towards pears, or not really? I kind of assume you are, since you asked about them, though. Oop, kind of messy right here. But yeah, I'm kind of a strawberry person, to be honest. Okay. Alright, I think I got the base done, so time to start coloring things in. Okay, let me just close some of these canvases. Yeah, I think I'll take from this little guy, because might be better. I don't know, actually. I actually think the colors here might be stronger. I like all kinds of fruit. I see. Yeah, that's fair enough. Kind of a meat person on my end, so... Oh, thank you for the posture check. I actually was shrimping a bit. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and start coloring in the cup. Yeah, I'm just starting with the cup. Actually, I'm going to lighten the cup up a little bit. Never mind, I want to keep it cream. Actually, before I get too deep into this, I should probably figure out what I want for the background. Okay. Hold on, this is the wrong layer. You know what, I'm going to grab this orangey color, and I'm going to... Hold on. You can't see, but I'm kind of flipping to the other side, so kind of this coolish looking blue. Cool/warm, whatever you... Cool blue and warm blue are kind of weird. Actually, okay, maybe I'll desaturate. Nope, that's not what I meant. Sorry, I'm just figuring out what color I actually want. Okay. I can adjust this more later on, but yeah, I should probably get the base colors in first. Oops. But yeah, maybe I can like also add some more subtle colors to the background too once things are getting more developed. But yeah, I don't really want to do anything complicated in the background because I basically just planned out for the, you know, the figure that you see here. So yeah, I'll probably just deal with it later. Also, remembering that this character is like slightly transparent, I think I'm actually going to go all the way here. Yeah. And also make a darker shade and make it grayer. Well, maybe not that gray. Grayish, I should say. I'm gonna put that for the cup background. Yeah. So what was this character's name again? His name is just Latte, so... You know, like the drink. Because he's supposed to be a latte. And he lives in a world of, like, kind of creatures that are based off of desserts. And he's part of he's technically a member of a group called the Coffee House. So, yeah, Coffee House. Just trying to remember if that was the correct name I came up with. He doesn't really do, or at the current state, he doesn't actually do all that much. He just kind of, he's sad and he puddles up. Or puddles, just kind of like lays down as a puddle most of the time. Cool, yeah. I feel like I remember seeing more character designs that are kind of like based off of sweets, but I guess I haven't seen any for a while. But of course, I'm not very good about exploring things, so not as much as I used to be, because honestly, I'm just busy all the time. But yeah, I remember seeing like other people having candy-themed characters. Thinking that was cool. Of course, he's not candy; he's a latte, but yeah. So after many years, after seeing that, I eventually came up with a sweets-themed character. Do you drink lattes at all, or do you just kind of stick to regular coffee, or even like another type of drink? Okay. Oh, you haven't had coffee? I see. Huh. I'll see little dumb emotes. Trying to... Popcat, yeah. Have had hot cocoa, though, I see. Yeah, I believe a latte is coffee that's also mixed in with like cream and stuff, so it's sweeter than like regular coffee. But yeah, I mostly stick to regular coffee, but sometimes I help myself to some yeah, I help myself to a latte. But usually just basic coffee is a bit cheaper, so yeah. Does coffee count as a beverage? I always thought that was something you kind of huff up, you know, like like vaping or something. I mean, I guess if you want to say so. Also, I gotta remind myself that the lighter parts are more opaque than the dark parts. because regular coffee is a little bit transparent, but the lighter parts that have more cream in them, those are supposed to be a bit more opaque. I had quite a bit of that, so I see. I see. Alright. Let's get to work on this face then. Yeah, I'm gonna have his hands be gloved, so I'm not gonna color those the same as the face. Just gonna color in this head. Okay. Really? Coffee has transparency? Yeah, it's a little bit transparent. Maybe I can open up a picture real quick. Try to look something up for you. But yeah, it's basically water that's stewed in coffee beans, so... Yeah. Coffee pour. But yeah, it's not perfectly transparent, but okay, yeah, it's probably a good example, maybe. Yeah. Copy image. Yeah, so here's a thing of coffee. You can kind of see how it looks lighter as it pours out, because yeah, it's basically a bit see-through. Trying to see if I can find other examples, but I feel like the current one here is probably alright. Yes. Did not know that. Yep, it's... I guess you can kind of think of it like a weird tea or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just it's based in water, so... But yeah, when you mix it with either milk or cream, it becomes more opaque. Okay. I'm gonna take this light brown. Actually, I wonder if well, it might be better to just take it from our little chibi. Yeah, I drew that chibi because everyone kept saying they wanted to drink him. Like, no, leave my boy alone. Leave my slime boy alone. Okay. I'm gonna throw it, but yeah, I'm throwing in some of these browns right now. Probably shouldn't be adding too much color there. Or his eyes aren't necessarily meant to be super dark, but I tend to just give my characters eyeshadow on automatically just because I like how it looks. Okay. Actually, I probably could have added this color. Also, I just realized that I probably should not have grayed out the irises, because that's going to make his eyes look darker. But I can fix that later on. It's not the end of the world. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Sorry, just trying to think of what to work on next. I think I'll add this color to there, and I'm gonna lighten up the sclera because it's a little too dark right there. Okay, okay. Yeah, sorry being quiet again. Just gotta get my coffee boy done. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna work on this shirt real quick. Oh, that's not the shirt. Trying to remember what it. Yeah, I wanted the shirt color. So grab the shirt color, Varia. Okay, his hands are going to be this dark brown. Yeah, the shirt should be this creamier color. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the little corset here too is the dark color. Yeah, with this character design, I kind of just wanted it to kind of be lighter at the top and then kind of turn darker and darker, more like a normal color, coffee color near the bottom. That was the idea I had with him. Hold on. I feel like the shirt, or his top here, is a bit darker than I remember, so might lighten that up a little bit later, or pretty soon. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. But yeah, just kind of wanting a color that's maybe a bit more creamy, I guess. He also has swirls on his corset, but I'm going to add those later because it's supposed to kind of reference be a little bit of a reference to latte art. I didn't get that complicated with it though in his original design just because it's a little too... I don't want to drive myself crazy. Okay. Yeah, and I forgot to color in this little area down here. Alright, alright. Yeah, and make the neck color here a bit darker. I guess thinking of it now, I really should make a proper reference sheet for this guy. Of course, I need to do that for like pretty much a lot of characters, but yeah. I think I need to just put my characters on Toy House too, because most of my current profiles are actually on Art Fight, but I think you need an account to look at those. So yeah, using a Dollhouse or Toy House, not Dollhouse. Yeah, I'd probably make things a bit easier, especially when I want to do an art trade or commission with somebody. Sorry, I'm just looking at what I need to do. Yeah, I'll move on to the hair for now, and then eventually I'll do the general shading then. Well, first I probably want to figure out my background color a little bit more. Oh yeah, and he's supposed to have like a lighter streak through his hair to kind of, that's also kind of a reference to latte art. I never had like those really fancy lattes with the art on them, not gonna lie. I think I just had like those just a regular latte that you get from in those cups, not the disposable coffee cups basically, so they're not gonna do like fancy latte art in those, I don't think. Yeah, trying to remember exactly where I got any places where I got my lattes from. I guess I haven't gone to that many coffee shops. There's one I used to go to a lot that isn't, but that was just because it was on my college campus. I kind of miss it though, but yeah, I don't go to college anymore, so. And none of the shops are really that close to me, so yeah. They also had a thing where you could like if you use the thermo they use the shops, the thermos that they sell to get your coffee. You could get your regular coffee for like half off, so I only had to pay like $1 for every time I got a refill. So yeah, I definitely took advantage of that. Yeah, I drank an insane amount of coffee back then. Okay, also I'm just kind of blending out the hair here. Okay, probably not going to be exact with some of the streaks, but yeah, I'll throw a few in for now. Actually, maybe I should add them in later. Sometimes it's just hard to keep those finer details when I start blending things out. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to wait on that, and hopefully I remember. Sometimes I don't always remember. Sorry, I'm just trying to think if I need to do anything else. I think I'm gonna mess with the cup itself a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Lighten up this little bit. Okay. Actually gonna make the bottom here a bit darker too. Okay. Yeah, keep this little corner right here is just a little too light, so I'll try to darken that up. Yeah, if I put the work in now, it makes it a little bit easier once I hit the actual rendering stage. So yeah, I'm trying to stay on top of that. Okay. Also, I should probably post my stream reminder right now. Almost forgot about that. Okay. But yeah, I should after I do this, I should probably figure out the actual background color, because since this guy's like semi-transparent, it's a little bit more important with him than it is with than it usually is. Because I need to add the background color to the regular rendering. Still live! Exclamation point. Now I just gotta get my link. Okay. Coffee, slime, Merman on his back. Okay. So let's get back to the stream. Okay, sorry about that. I did post my reminder now, so. Okay, I'm actually gonna hide the colors and I'm gonna yoink this purple real quick. And add it to the background. Yeah, I'm liking the more purpley looking color. I think that looks a bit better. I guess it's still technically pretty blue, but more so kind of the vibe I was looking for, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit color and texture. Probably add a little bit of a variation here. Maybe I should set as overlay. Yeah. And also have the clipping mask again. Okay, now I'm gonna take a bluer color. Okay, yeah. Just trying to figure things out here. Okay, and I just have a very generic shadow here, so just kind of fill that in. I'm gonna blend this out so yeah, I'm not adding too much texture right now, I don't think. But yeah, just a little bit here. We'll also lower the opacity a bit. Yeah, I should probably just clean that up later. It's not the best. But as I said, I needed a general idea for the time being, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna copy my sketch real quick, and then I'll just drop the OG sketch down there. Alright, so I'm gonna add some color here. And I want to use that same purple, so I think it'll blend in with the other colors pretty well. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and thank you for the save. Oh, question? What's up? But yeah, feel free to ask, I mean to say. Just kind of shoving my last blackberries in here, in my mouth. Uh-oh. It should be, maybe, do you need a refresh, Dami? I don't know, it's like I'm looking at my other stuff and I've been off the BRB for a while, so. So also this is the wrong layer. I'm seeing the stream. But yeah, that's weird. I don't know, I guess Twitch has been not working the best for me on my end for a few streams for the past couple of days, so I hope it's not like anything too serious. Huh. Also, sorry, I'm blanking out again. Just kind of. Have you seen any TFs? I think I might have come across some of them in the past, but I don't really look at that stuff. Yeah, I have a dead libido basically, so I just don't really look at not safe for work very often, not gonna be honest. Like I had a libido, but it's long gone. www lol. Oh wait, I see now. I had to like fast forward. I see. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I just don't know if it's like Twitch being weird. I think my issues had to do with like the stream completely stopping for me. But yeah. This is a long break, yeah. Yep. Honestly, it's kind of interesting. There's some TS stories with zero kink in them. I see. Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I think so anyways. I'm just taking your word for it, man. Okay. I love this piece, though. Thank you. Yeah, this one's been kind of fun. Honestly, generally felt good for the felt good drawing this for the most part. Just kind of been a relatively easy one, I think. I mean, I guess there's probably some like anatomy issues here and there, but yeah, I felt like I was able to get it done, or get the general sketch done pretty fast. Yeah, just kind of a quick and easy piece. Just like wholesome fluff stuff. I see, I see. Yeah, sorry if I'm being kind of quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate a little bit. Just trying to get it looking. Get the basic shading in. Also gonna lighten this edge here. Yeah, I'm shading at I'm shading at an angle I don't normally work in, so yeah. Should probably also concentrate on the hair a little bit. Like, I'm definitely gonna clean this stuff up, but as I said earlier, if I put the effort in on this stage, it does make the rendering stage quite a bit faster moving. Or move quite a bit faster, I should say. I think I'm trying to move like a slightly faster with some of my pieces, but yeah, because as I was talking about earlier, my Selkie piece felt like it was finished pretty quickly, so faster than usual, I should say. But yeah. Okay. Also, let's add a bit more of the shadow over here. So it looks kind of incomplete. I'm gonna softly add some gradient over here. Also, for some reason, my mind kind of blinked back to autumn for a second. Sorry, I'm just having some memories. Remembering the giant chicken. No context. Okay, I'll give some context. I was just thinking about the time I went to an orchard, and they had some cheap sample beers, which was fun, and there was a giant chicken for some reason. It's like one of those inflatable chickens. I don't know, maybe it's just the colors. I don't work with browns very often, so it probably just made me think of autumn. Yeah, I'm very much a cool color type of person, you know? Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing, and then I'll probably just, well, maybe a couple more things. I'm gonna go add an overlay layer, and I'm just gonna add some very, very soft shading. Not shading, but lighting. So. Right now I'm kind of being harsh with it, but yeah, I'll lower the opacity so it doesn't stand out too much. Nothing wrong with that as long as you're getting the results you want, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, lower the opacity there. Okay, and right now I'm gonna have another overlay layer, and I'm actually gonna... what I've been trying to do lately is just mash some colors over my figure. And I think it kind of makes things a little more interesting, so I'm gonna get that purple too. Just kind of throw it around. I think it just adds some visual interest here. It looks great, thank you, dog lover, and I love the tummy. Thank you. Okay, so I think this is probably a good place to settle on for the merging, the great merging. So, yeah, I'm going to take all of my color layers and I'm going to merge them together. So, yeah, it's all one layer right now. So, I rename it color, save. And yep, so it's all just one layer. So, I mean, not the background's still separate, but. And yeah, so now what I'm going to do is start blending out the basic shadows, so things kind of end up looking a little more unified. And yeah, that's what I like to do. And I'll start adding like some of the more subtle elements and maybe some more of the transparent elements eventually too. But usually it's a good idea to kind of get the general shadows kind of like blended out and nice looking. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay, but yeah, I try to stay conscious of the different planes that you'll see. Like the planes of an object, so in object slash person slash whatever. I think in the terms of rendering we just say object just for the sake of it. But yeah, that kind of helps you know how the lighting should hit and all that. Okay. But yeah, I'm blending out the coarse shadow right here. I might try bringing out some of the coarse shadows later. But right now I'm just still working it out. Also, I might have gotten a little too intense with the cup shadow, but I can probably mix in another color later on. Okay. But yeah, I'll actually take care of this right now. So I'm trying to be a little bit mindful to the stuff here. Okay. Also, I think someone just came home, so sorry if you hear any noise in the background. Yeah, I know the dog was barking pretty loudly earlier. Yes, barking loud now. I think it might be. I think mom came home, so trying to just guess based off like soft or subtle noises, I think. Okay. By the way, Dami, what are you working on right now? I know you're talking about your stream stuff, so. Actually, I think I'm just gonna grab some water real quick, or, well, maybe I could wait, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I can probably just wait 10 minutes, because the next chat break is coming. Because for those who don't know, I forgot to take my water out of the kitchen, so yeah, I've just been, I had my blackberries with me, so I've been able to just, munch on those. But yeah, I'm kind of starting to feel the lack of hydration right now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to grab that pretty soon. I think I was supposed to grab it when I was making the stream reminder, but oops. Whoops-a-daisy. Gosh darn it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this part of the process might not be the most interesting to watch, so sorry about that. I don't know what part of the process people usually like to watch with art. Yeah, I'm very slow with my drawings, so I don't know. I don't know what people want to see. If I did, I'd probably be super famous. No, I won't. I probably won't be famous. It's not the end of the world, but yeah. Of course, if I were super famous, I can get a bunch of strangers to buy my coffee. Yeah, that's, oh well. Hmm. So I'm just getting this lighter area, so... Yeah, it's lighter because, you know, I figured the lighting would be hitting it. Sometimes I gotta remind myself not to blend things out too much, because, you know, sometimes the little bits of other colors that break through can really make the piece look really much more interesting. Also, part of me wants it to be nice and smooth. Oops. Anyways, just kind of blending this up. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see some of the subtle colors here. Okay. So let's go over here. Okay. You guys got a favorite drink, by the way? I mean, you already know what my favorite drink is. But, I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about my Gatorade powder. Haven't touched it in a little while, to be honest, but... Yeah. Wanted to use that to kind of help me with, my outside work. Okay. Okay. Maybe both people can, or... I don't think I noticed when my brother came back. Maybe he came back at the same time. But yeah, I hear him out there too. Yeah, sorry, like my energy just kind of like tanked a little bit. Probably because I don't have my water. Okay. You know, I think I'm just gonna get my water, so... Sorry, I know I should do this during the actual ad break, but I just gotta get it, man. I'll BRB again, just should be like a minute. Sorry, back. I really needed that. Oh, man. It's all the dog's fault. The reason why I'm dying of dehydration. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yep, just kind of walking in. Yeah, probably not as unhinged as like my current time. What I'm currently doing definitely is not as unhinged as the last stream, or last heart stream, I should say. Yeah, I made when I was doing my Selkie, try not to go down the way of Dami and just get banned. So I wrote like male right next to him, and then there was like the censorship too. Or I just have like a seal over his garage. Okay. I made a clip off that stream, by the way. But yeah. Probably wasn't that big good of a clip though. Let's soften this. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to soften this edge right here, because it is kind of a rounded shape. Okay. And I may as well just start adding some stuff in. So basically I'm adding the transparency. I'm trying to be a little bit more subtle about it. Especially in this specific area, because as I said before, it's the creamier parts, so like the later parts, they're going to be a lot less transparent than the dark areas. But yeah, I'm just kind of putting that in the middle. Also, hold on, forgot that I didn't loop my playlist. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I heard the Final Fantasy music and I was like, oh, we're nearing the end of the playlist, so. Okay. Okay. So I'm actually gonna try and bring out some of these darker areas right here. So the coarse shadows, it's not gonna be as transparent, but yeah, I think in some of the parts where theoretically it could be a bit thinner, I'm gonna add in that blue. Nice for this upper part. Okay. Trying to be generally subtle. As I said, be a little bit more subtle. Okay. Yeah, and of course these little bits, I gotta put them in. Little droplets. No, I can probably, I think this part right here could be a bit thinner. Okay, but yeah, I'll try to blend it out a bit here. Okay, so we got that bit. And let's go up here. And of course I'll do the parts for the coffee cup as well, but yeah, I'm focusing on these higher up parts for the time being. Guess I should probably add more of this to the layer areas too. I've also been focusing on the bottom areas. I think that's just out of habit for bounce light. Because usually the more subtle light sources, they tend to appear more easily in the shadowed areas because they're not being washed out by the brightest light, but yeah, over here it's not quite the same thing because, yeah, as you know, it's transparency we're dealing with. But yeah, I should probably also saturate the browns here a little bit more, so hopefully people can still tell what I'm trying to do here. Oh, and the ads are coming, and oh, it's already the ad break. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, I forgot to warn you guys about that. Probably not gonna miss too much though. Probably missing out this little bit of the song though. Sorry. I know I shouldn't be singing. And I'm not good enough. Just not a skilled singer at all. Okay. Honestly, I kind of like how the tail's looking right now, but yeah, I know it still needs more work, of course. Probably I should probably be blending out some of the other sections too. I'll work on the cut first, but not the cut in general, but the thinner parts around here. Okay. Yeah. And a little bit here. Add a bit more these little areas. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna clean up this little bit right here. There. Excuse me. Right there. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start blending out this coarse shadow right here. Yeah. So yeah, I made it a lot softer. Kind of focus on the coarse shadow that's lower. Also, welcome back. Hopefully the ads weren't too bad. Yeah, we have about 1/2 hour left of the stream, and then I'll probably hop off, try to get some rest and all that. Maybe get some food, because I don't think I ate enough before stream. But yeah, I'm trying to work on the other parts of the body right now, because I've just been kind of focusing on the tail right there. Yeah, I usually don't want to focus on one spot for too long when rendering. Just try to like bounce around. So things kind of stay even. I learned that back in school, but yeah. Okay. Oof. Sorry, I'm taking a stretch. Ugh, okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the thing right here. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't blended out these like really back, these far back shadows yet, so I'm gonna take care of that. Hmm. I'm gonna blend out these browner parts. And maybe I should work on the shirt real quick. Actually, I'll work on the shirt first. Yeah, kind of just build my way up to the face. Maybe I'll end stream working on the face. Yeah, that might not be too bad. Might not be a terrible idea. But yeah, let's just take care of the shirt first, because I've been kind of ignoring this. Yeah, I originally wasn't planning on adding the wrinkles, but probably for the best that I added them. Yeah, I was originally thinking of like softening all his details just to make it seem like he's less formed, I guess. Since he's in like a different shape than his more humanoid look. I mean, I say he's still humanoid looking, but, you know, not as humanoid looking. Hmm. Okay. Just getting this lower shadow. So, since it's further back, I'm not going to concern myself with as much detail, I don't think. Okay. Yeah, I can probably clean things up a little bit more post-stream or next stream, depending on what I do with this. But yeah, let's start working on this sleeve right here. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't been going outside as much as I really should be. I just remember, I think it was maybe I think it was Wednesday. I was just getting like eaten alive. Because I may or may not have gotten a new cactus. And I needed to repot it out of the pot it came in with, because it's not really, it's just a really tiny pot. But yeah, as I was doing that, those mosquitoes were like swarming around me really badly. So I really had to like brush that. And God, I did not enjoy that at all. I was not happy. Anyways, let's just lighten up this a little bit. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm being really quiet. Not being super chatty right now. Yeah, I think my energy generally tanked really badly at this last hour, so not really sure why, but it's probably because I just didn't have enough to eat earlier, maybe. Yeah, I just went ahead and had a bowl of cereal around like noon. I'll probably make a sandwich after stream though. I really need to use up that bread pretty soon. Yeah, I got a couple of loaves of bread because they were on sale, but yeah, I think it's been sitting in there for a good while, so yeah, I should just eat the sandwich. Yeah, unfortunately berries are not the most filling food out there. Actually, maybe I should start blending out this general shadow. Actually, now that I think about it, I gotta respond to all the people who commented on my post under art share, because got some compliments earlier. That's kind of nice. But yeah, it's been a long time since I really joined the art share now that I think about it. I think mostly just because I'm so inactive these days on Blue Sky. Outside of just like posting my ads and my usual art. You know, I think I'm just gonna post stream whip up this piece on Blue Sky. Just because it's like, I feel like I did do a decent amount of alterations between now and that past hour, maybe, hopefully. Haven't checked. Okay, sorry, like, just blanking out, staring out my piece. But yeah, I did make a lot more progress than I thought I would, so I was thinking that I'd finally hit the coloring stage at this around this time, but yeah, it's kind of nice. But yeah, I really should be working on the face a bit more. Maybe fix it up a bit. It's not the best looking face. I might, yeah, let's see if I can try to sharpen anything here. As I said before, I'm not used to these kinds of angles, so yeah. Maybe thicken the chin a bit. Not sure if anyone can see the difference. Yeah. Maybe I should try some streams where I just do some more like comparatively intense art pieces, maybe. Or like more intense posing, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I really stopped and took the time to practice things. I do think I need more posing, or some more interesting posing. I think that's the general idea of what I need to do. Okay. I also have to keep in mind that the shadows will be coming from an unusual angle too. Okay, I'm actually going to take the liquify tool and probably widen the nose and the mouth a bit. just because I feel like I could use maybe the features are a little too delicate right now. Yeah. I'm actually going to pull out the liquify tool for the side of the face too. Usually I don't like pulling out the liquify tool this deep into a painting, but I guess they're still not too deep, so it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to nudge some details around. Okay. Probably want to resharpen the nose a little bit. Yeah. And I'm just kind of like mixing this brown in since, you know, it's kind of he has a lot of brown going on. As I said before, more brown, a lot more brown than most of my character designs. Okay, let's bring some shadow closer to here. Okay. Also, let's add some shadow to the top of the bottom of the lip. Sorry, just I'm trying to think of the last time I shaded a face that's upside down. I feel like that's been a while. I don't know, I feel like I did one recently, but I can't remember what piece that was. Oh yeah, I think it was Paulette's commission from back, from the, yeah, that I posted earlier this month. Yeah, I drew a character upside down because I thought it'd be cool for like a fun looking piece. Because I know she likes more fun looking art, so yeah, that's what. Because like I'm getting a little bit of a deja vu, but just wasn't able to remember exactly what. But yeah, I remember now. So maybe move this eye a little bit. Trying to. Okay, flip. Okay. I mean, I'm probably never going to be truly satisfied with the proportions of the face here, but I'm trying to make them look a little bit better. Oop. Yeah. Okay, okay. What's happening right now? Oh, oops. Trying to add that darker color in, but I still have in my brush as the blender, so I couldn't really, so I wasn't able to figure out what I was doing. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and shade this eyeball. I almost forgot that I wanted to. Okay. And because of the angle, I'm actually adding more light to the, like, the part that I would normally draw more dark. Okay, it's not easy to explain right now. But you probably know what I mean. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. And yeah, I gave him a lighter color pupil, so I'm gonna do that again. Okay, okay. Okay. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of adjusting the shape of the collar right here. And maybe I should add some, lighten up the edge right here, so it can stick out a little bit more. I usually like to use my to put highlights near the edges, and because I just think it makes it pop out a little bit more, or brings out the more 3D, some more of the 3D aspects, or at least just try to make it look more three-dimensional. I guess is probably a better way to put it. Yeah, I barely know what I'm talking about. Barely know what I'm talking about, dang it. Fake artist. Fake artist. Okay. Yeah. I'll also add a lighter color to here. That's maybe a little too light. Hold on. Okay, I think this might be a little bit better. Maybe. I'm just adding like a... Okay, coloring where the highlighted there would most likely be. Okay. I'm gonna go back here and maybe yoink one of the lighting colors here. Actually, I'll take it around here. I'm just kind of... It's probably not the proper highlight right now, but yeah, just to give an idea. Okay. Don't mind me forgetting where the light source comes from. Hold on. There we go. Okay, hopefully this line here reminds me. I'm pretty sure I gotta lighten it up a bit more for some of the other sections, but should be okay for now. Okay, 5 more minutes and stream should be done, so... Yeah. Just not really sure what I should jump into right now because of the... I'm pretty close to... Like, obviously I'm not close to being done, but... I'm just saying all this stuff. I don't want to, like, get too deep into something else, so... I'll probably bring out some of the darker shadows for the cup here. Try to bring them back a little bit, I think. Yeah. So I'm trying to depict something like a cast shadow for the... Probably not the best depiction of one, though. Okay, we'll flip. Shadow out the edge a bit more. Yeah, do the same here. Okay. Mm. Sorry, I'm just kind of observing what I have here. Adding some more details around. Yeah. Maybe I can like blend out the lip here. Okay. Maybe clean up this edge. Okay, flip back around. Okay, so it's there's only about 2 minutes left, so I think I'm gonna start looking for a raid target. So yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, sorry, I really did like crash with energy, didn't I? Let's see. I haven't raided Jay in a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Jay. So, anyways. Try to get the raid. Yep, raid channel. Boop. Then just J Hearts. Okay. Alright, so let's get back to this over here. Anyways. Alright. Oh crap, sorry. Thanks for the stream. Yep, thank you for hanging out and chatting with me for a bit. But yeah, so anyways, thank you everyone for hanging out with me today, and I might continue this piece in June. Just say it's more June, but yeah. I'll be back again on next Tuesday at 2 p.m. So hopefully I can see some of you guys there, and but yeah, and I'll be continuing Kingdoms of Amalur next week as well for the ViridianGhost Wednesday. But yeah, I hope you'll have a good rest of your day, and yeah. Sorry, it's like really abrupt. Yep, and have a happy Merman.